Jeez, I can't believe. I'm back, baby. Come on. Fuck it, let's just do another Danks talk. Got the Dank, and now we talk. Simple as that. Not really too sure how I'm going to start doing this again. So I'm going to write down notes, so I'm going to just go off the top of the dome. But I'm going to spark the zut, and I'm going to pick a subject or topic. I'm going to talk. I'm just going to do my thing in it. It's not all facts. It's not all scientific things. It's just my thoughts, my beliefs, my opinions, etc. You know, them ways there. So I think today what I'm going to talk about is fitness, gym, working out, why you should do it, why I do it, you know what I'm saying, how to help you do it, and all the sort of things that just come to my mind in it, you know what I'm saying. If I forget things, then you just, you know what I'm saying, hit up the comment section, say like, what about this, what about that, and then I'll do a part 2, you know, the way there. So I can't believe, let's do this. So I truly believe that everyone should work out. You ain't necessarily got to go to the gym. You go to the park, you can hit the bars, you can just go for a run, you can just sit down and walk over there and then sit down and move. Just some kind of movement where you're using your muscles, you're the ones there. And the reason why, it's just serotonin, dopamine, like all of these things that get released and produced when you work out. So that definitely helps, and for me it really helps. That for me, my main reason why I go to the gym is mental. It's not really physical, it's not to get stronger, it's not to look better, it's for my mind. Like me going to the gym every single day, like one, I'm a creature of like routine, I'm a creature of habit, so it just works for me. But two, it's just like I just come out feeling so much better, you know what I'm trying to say. Like I rarely have a bad day. Yeah, I have bad moments, you have bad hours or whatever, but I rarely have a bad day if I go to the gym, you know what I'm saying, even if the session was shit, you know what I'm saying. So I feel like everyone should just make time to do some sort of working out, preferably sort of first thing in the day. I have this kind of belief and sort of analogy that like, we would have rose sort of had to go and sort of, and whether you thought we had to hunt or farm, but I feel like we had to put some work in for our food in it. So I feel like you should do some sort of working out, some sort of stress, some sort of hard work, you know what I'm trying to say, some sort of pen before you eat in it. So I always, or 90% of the time, I go gym fasted, you know what I'm saying. That means I go to the gym on an empty stomach. I don't eat until after the gym, and really and truly I don't eat until 30-40 minutes after I finish the gym. Reason why that is I don't know, something I learned before about hormones, about like optimizing your growth hormone. I'm not too sure about the facts right now. I've got a notepad, I can check it and whatnot, but that's one of the things that stuck in my brain from one of these courses that I've done. So yeah, I train fasting. I wait about 30-40 minutes to, but yeah, mainly just the dopamine, serotonin. Just get the blood flowing, get yourself moving. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'll be honest, you'll have a much better day if you do that. Also, what I like about the gym is that one day you can try something and you can't do it. Yeah, like before I was trying like 34 shoulder presses, couldn't do it. Then I was trying for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, etc. Still couldn't do it, but I was getting better at other things, let's say like 32s and whatnot. And then one day I done it, and it's like I literally just turned the impossible to the possible. There's something that I couldn't do one day, so it's impossible, and I've turned it to the possible. And I feel like gym is just working out is just a good metaphor for life. It's like, okay, you can't do something today, you're not ready today, but if you try, you know what I'm saying, you practice, you put in the dedication, you put in the hard work, etc., then one day you will be able to do it. And I think that's amazing how like you can't do something, it's literally physically impossible for you to lift this. 2 weeks later, 2 months later, you can lift it. Wow, I can't believe that's special there. And I feel like gym is just a good metaphor for life, isn't it? So that's something I like about the gym. Another reason why, like with the gym, I go super hard when I train, because look, it's only an hour, 2 hours. That's 4 to 8% of your day in it, yeah. And I have this sort of mad analogy that sort of like everything is connected in it, yeah. And I feel like if I train hard in the gym, I train hard when it's time to train hard, yeah, like my white blood cells, my immune system, my other things that are inside my body, they see that, they know that, they feel that, they know, right, this guy's a fighter, right, this guy gives his all. And I truly believe that's why I don't really get ill. I feel like my white blood cells have seen me fight, they see me put in the hard work. So when it's time for them to fight and them to put in the hard work, they can do the same thing because they see me. If they always saw me just give up and at the first hurdle, or when it's hard and oh no, I've done that, I'm stopping, I feel like they'll probably do the same, and I'll probably get sick a lot more, you know what I'm saying, than I do now. So I don't know, it's a mad thing to think about, but I feel like that's the truth, innit? So it works for me, you know, the way it's there. So yeah, turning the impossible to possible, so having that fighting spirit for your sort of your insides, your white blood cells. So that's kind of like what I do, and maybe why you should try as well if you don't. I mean, you ain't got to go every single day like I do, you know what I'm saying? I'll talk about splits a bit later, but you can go 3 days a week, you know what I'm saying? You can go 4 days a week, 5 days a week. Obviously, I would build myself up, so I wasn't doing 7 days a week like all the time at first. It's only really been this year that I've done that. But I was doing 5 days a week for years, I was doing 6 days a week for months, and then one day just, you know what I'm saying, turned to 7. But So like how I sort of train is I kind of just, I think preparation is key. You know, the ways there, and I kind of prepare my workouts on the Sunday. I have a little whiteboard. I write down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I write down legs, shoulders, back, and kind of do it in a way where I train every day. So I got to kind of be sort of aware of what body's going to be hurting, and not saying because rest. So basically, I've got to do like legs one day, then the other 2 days after legs, I've got to be upper body days. Then it's back to lower body, whether it be core or legs, and then back to upper body. And what helps me is being prepared. You know what I'm saying? Looking at my whiteboard and seeing, okay, Monday back. When I go in the gym, I know, okay, it's back. I always have a B plan too. It's always interchangeable. It's never fixed. I don't think life should be so anal and so just boom. Should be flexible, but you should sort of have a plan, a sort of vision, a sort of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Some kind of structure. Some days I've got back on the thing, yeah, and I change it to chest. And then the chest day on my thing, I change it to back. So always sort of have a backup plan, you know what I'm saying? Whether like, okay, today is back, mainly back, but it could be this, you know what I'm saying? And I'll always sort of have an A and a B for workouts. So I'll have a chest A and a chest B. And right now, normally, my thing is like, A would be body weight exercises, yeah, so mainly calisthenics, and then B would be like resistance, so like weighted, like with the dumbbells, barbell, etc. Added weight. And even then that helps me to just not get bored of doing the same thing. So like let's say the first week of the month I do chest, it might be weights, cool, bench, all of this, dips, and then mainly like let's say benching, dumbbell presses, etc. Yeah, and then let's say like week 2, I might do body weight, so it'll be a lot of like dips, and then it'll be a lot of press ups. You know what I'm saying? And then it just kind of changes. I kind of do that for everything. You know what I'm saying? I kind of got a leg thing. I got like 3 different leg days where like my main thing would be walking lunges, and one time my main thing would be deadlifts. Another thing, my main thing would be squats. Same as sort of back. I've got kind of like a weighted sort of thing where I don't really do pull-ups too tough, and I've got a day like B where it'd be mainly pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? Australian pull-ups, sort of just more body weight. So like that helps me to not get bored. You know what I'm saying? So I've kind of got like an A and B for every. So what I would say is prepare your week. You know what I'm saying? Okay, no, because basically, if you don't know what you're doing, you walk in the gym and be like, oh, and you're all lost. You know, what am I gonna? You know what I'm saying? But if you kind of know, okay, today's chest, yeah, then at least you know, okay, what exercise you can and can't do. And now, what I would really recommend as well, for me, I ain't really got to do this now. You know what I'm saying? I've been a PT for a minute. I've been going gym for maybe like 10 years or something like that. I kind of know what I'm doing, yeah. And it's like for me, I would say, if you don't really know what you're doing or you need help, whatever, spend half an hour before the gym, yeah, to look at all chest exercises. You know what I'm saying? Write them down. Draw a little picture if you want. So when you go in there, you know what to do. You know if that machine's taken, you can do something on that bench. If the bench is taken, you can do something on that. And that really helps. You know what I'm saying? Just being prepared and sort of know what you're doing really, really helps. So I know before I go to the gym what day it is and what exercises I'm doing. And I also have a backup plan if they can't be done, because you never know. Might be mad busy, might be, you know what I'm saying, machine might be used and all of that stuff. So that's what really helps me with the gym. You know what I'm saying? You can implement that as well. And I just have a thought for me, and I think this is how I got to the everyday thing, is that if something's not hurting and you don't go to the gym, really and truly, you could have worked it that day. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a body part that's not, if there's a body part that's not hurting and you don't go to gym today, you could have trained that today. You know what I'm trying to say? And I think that's what led me to the everyday thing. So it's like, okay, you ain't got to go 7 days a week. I wouldn't recommend that at first at all. You know what I'm saying? You do need your rest. You know what I'm saying? I'm only really going 7 days a week right now because I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? I got used to doing 6 and now I'm used to doing 7. But like, you can do 3 day split, which is like sort of an upper body, lower body, and then core. Or you can do like chest, back, and legs. You know what I'm saying? You can do a 4-day split. You know, same sort of thing. You can do like chest, back, legs, and core. You can do upper body, lower body, and the cardio and core. You can have a stretching day, you know what I'm saying? That really helps. You know what I'm saying? You go down to 5. But the more the split you do, the more days you go, the more. So I'll go and just do chest, back. You know, so I got chest, I got back, I got legs, I got core, I got shoulders, I got arms, and then what else am I missing? Something else. And I do like sometimes, well, recently I've been doing legs like at least twice a week. So that's all the days they're done, you know what I'm saying? So that's what helps me brought down the body parts, and it just, I don't know, it just works so good for me, because one, I get to go every single day, and then 2, one part of my body part sort of growing every day as well. I've just done my arms, you know. Well, today I did my legs today, so you know what I'm saying. Tomorrow I got shoulders, and I think the day after that is either core or arms, or I might do them both. thing about doing two different things, and yeah, nice. I'm not really gonna talk about this, but I think I will now, is that I find for me, and it makes sense maybe scientifically, that like when you do two different things, yeah, like let's say you do like your legs and then do your arms, yeah, you get a nice leg pump, the blood's all flowing to your muscles, that's all the nutrients, that's all the, you know what I'm saying, everything going to your muscles, yeah, everything that's needed, yeah, to the blood. And you start doing your arms, and now the blood's going to move from your legs to your arms, and you're going to have a little arm pump. And you can't have two pumps in the same place. Well, you can, but it's going to be shared energy, you know what I'm saying? Everything's like energy, 100%. So I kind of rather just have all the blood going to one place at one time, one session, let that do its thing. And then, so I don't really do sort of like legs and arms. I just do bang out the legs, just do legs, you know what I'm saying? And then like now and then I might do like biceps with back, or like triceps with chest, because they're already getting worked anyway, you know what I'm saying, to give them a little extra boost. But I don't really like to share the blood anywhere else or elsewhere. I just kind of like to keep it in that same thing for that same day. And to be honest with you, if you don't go super hard, I feel like even not to a beginner, but after a few months, that's quite attainable for someone to just go to the gym and do arms. Like, it ain't gonna kill you, you know what I'm trying to say. And then tomorrow you can do legs, cool. The next day you can do core, cool. By then your arms are probably healed, yeah, and then you can go and do chest or back or something, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yeah man, for me that's the way forward. It definitely works with like sort of who I am as a person. And just, yeah, obviously find what works for you as well. You might just do the 3-day split, you might be super busy with work, 4-day split, 5-day split, you know what I'm saying? So everyone's different, you know what I'm saying? Find what works for you, you know what I'm saying? And I guess, I don't know, I haven't finished my zut, but I just feel like just to cut it short there, nice little, what, 11 minutes, 12 minutes. I feel like there's a couple gems in there. First one back, you know what I'm saying? If there's anything that I missed, hit up in the comments. Any questions, hit up in the comments. I'll do a part 2. I'll probably next time do a video of another subject or another topic. And yeah, that's it, man. Isn't it nice?